On a late summer day in 79 CE, the citizens of Pompeii rose with the sun, unaware that their lives were about to be frozen in time by an event both catastrophic and wholly unexpected. For days, the air had been heavy with the scent of sulfur, and the faint rumblings of Mount Vesuvius echoed across the city's narrow streets. The ground trembled beneath their feet, and a strange haze hung over the mountain's summit. Yet, in an age before seismographs or geological warnings, such omens were easy to dismiss. Unusual, yes, but hardly a reason to abandon their homes, their shops, their daily routines. Pompeii, after all, had weathered earthquakes before. Only 17 years earlier, a powerful quake had rattled the region, leaving cracks in the city's walls, but sparing most lives. The residents had restored their buildings, patched their temples, and carried on. If Vesuvius grumbled, perhaps it was merely the gods expressing their tempers. Why worry about invisible threats when life beckoned with fresh bread, market stalls bustling with trade, and the promise of another warm evening under the stars? But as the mountains simmered, the people of Pompeii forged ahead. Bakers tended their ovens, gladiators prepared for their next contest, and children played amid the colonnades. Nobody could imagine that just beyond the city's edge, a force unimaginable was gathering within the heart of Mount Vesuvius. Each new tremor was a warning, a chance, however slim, for escape. Yet denial proved stronger than fear. Then, on August 24th, Vesuvius erupted with a fury that split the sky. The first sign was a deafening roar, followed by a massive column of ash, pumice, and rock that shot 12 miles into the heavens. The day darkened as the sun disappeared behind clouds of volcanic debris. Ash fell like snow, coating the city in a thick, choking blanket. Roofs collapsed beneath the weight. Fires broke out as hot stones rained down. Desperate, some fled, covering their mouths with cloth, groping through the darkness for any path to safety. But for many, it was too late. The mountain's wrath was absolute. Pyroclastic flows surged down the slopes, clouds of searing gas and ash moving faster than a speeding horse, incinerating everything in their path. Streets where laughter had echoed just hours earlier grew silent, filled now with statuesque figures, people frozen in their final moments, their bodies preserved by the same ash that ended their lives. And yet, in death, Pompeii found a strange kind of immortality. The thick layers of ash hid the city from view, but also from the ages. For centuries, Pompeii slept beneath its tomb, untouched by weather, war, or the slow erosion of time. When the city was finally uncovered, it became a window into the ancient world. Homes filled with colorful mosaics, shops stocked with the tools of everyday life, even loaves of bread charred but recognizable after nearly 2,000 years. The tragedy of Pompeii endures not simply because of volcanic terror, but because it was a disaster foretold. The mountain spoke, it grumbled, rumbled, sent forth warning signs. And yet, denied or misunderstood, those warnings were ignored. Pompeii's story is not only about nature's unpredictable power, but about human nature, our capacity to overlook danger, to hope for normality even as disaster looms. It's a lesson in heeding the signs around us, no matter how inconvenient, and a reminder that sometimes when the mountain starts talking, it's best to listen.